At one time, Chinese hackers dominated hacking competitions all around the world, always taking the top position. But after 2017, something strange happened. Their presence suddenly vanished. At first, no one understood why Chinese hackers had stopped competing. But in 2019, an incident exposed the dark and dangerous truth behind China's cyber world. Welcome back to FearCast. In March 2017, a group of hackers from China traveled to Vancouver, Canada. Their mission was to find hidden weaknesses inside the world's most used software and devices, like Google, Chrome, Microsoft Windows, and Apple's iPhone. But these hackers weren't criminals. They were competing legally in a global hacking contest called Countdown, one of the world's biggest cybersecurity events. In this competition, hackers try to break into software systems to find security flaws or loopholes, and they are rewarded with cash prizes, anywhere from $50,000 to $1 million. The biggest reward goes to anyone who finds a zero-day vulnerability, a flaw no one has discovered before. When hackers find such vulnerabilities, they report them directly to companies like Google, Microsoft, or Apple, so those companies can fix them quickly through updates. In short, this was an ethical hacking competition, where hacking wasn't meant to harm anyone. It actually made the internet safer. For many years, Chinese hackers ruled these competitions. Whether it was Countdown or any other global event, they were always the champions. But after 2017, everything suddenly changed. Chinese hackers disappeared from every international hacking competition. The silence was noticeable, especially to the United States. Then, a strange message from a Chinese cybersecurity firm called Qihu 360 raised even more questions. Its CEO, Zhou Hongyi, criticized Chinese hackers publicly. He asked, "Why are you showing your skills to foreign countries?" He started by attacking through the Safari browser, found a loophole in the iPhone's core system, and created a hack that allowed him to remotely control any iPhone just by making the user open a web page. That meant anyone who opened that page could have their iPhone taken over without ever realizing it. Zhao named his exploit Chaos, and it was a perfect name, because this hack was about to cause global chaos in the coming months. The difference between Countdown and Tianfu Cup was simple. At Countdown, the discovered vulnerabilities were sent directly to the companies, but in Tianfu Cup, the Chinese government intercepted everything first. Hackers were required to submit their findings to the government, which would then decide whether or not to inform the companies. That's where the real danger began. This exploit, if sold on the black market, could have been worth millions of dollars, and could be used for mass surveillance by governments or criminals. 2 months later, in January 2019, Apple quietly released an update fixing Zhao's flaw. But the real shock came 7 months later, in August 2019. Google published a research paper revealing a mass-scale iPhone hacking campaign. Millions of iPhones had been compromised. Google identified 5 main exploits used in these attacks, and one of them was the exact same Chaos exploit Zhao demonstrated at Tianfu Cup. In other words, the same exploit that won Zhao a prize was being used for real-world surveillance. Google didn't name the attackers, but later investigations revealed that the victims were Uyghur Muslims, and the attacker was none other than the Chinese government itself. Since 2014, China has been accused of committing serious human rights violations against Uyghur Muslims and other minorities in Xinjiang province. Reports showed that millions were detained in camps without trial. Women were forcibly sterilized, and phones were constantly monitored for religious content. Anyone caught with such material was punished severely. China claimed this was to fight extremism, but many countries, including the US, labeled it genocide. The hacking campaign didn't just target Uyghurs, it also spied on journalists, activists, and critics of the Chinese government. When Google's researchers published their findings, media outlets connected the dots, and even Apple confirmed that the hacking had been active for 2 months. Right around the same time, Zhao had won the Tianfu Cup. By then, American experts were sure China had followed the Qihu 360 CEO's advice. Keep hackers inside China, use their skills for national interest, and weaponize their findings for surveillance. US intelligence agencies later confirmed that the Chaos exploit used in real-world attacks matched the Tianfu Cup hack perfectly. Then, in February 2024, data leaked on GitHub exposed internal files from a Chinese IT security firm called emails, chat logs, and spyware development documents revealed that the company built cyber espionage tools for the Chinese government and the People's Liberation Army. The leaked chats even showed contracts with the Ministry of Public Security, and how I soon charged the government $15,000 to $75,000 per hacked email inbox. Today, the Tianfu Cup has entered its 8th year, sponsored by China's biggest tech giants, including Alibaba and Qihu 360. But US officials are deeply concerned. They believe these competitions are being used to recruit hackers for the military. According to American reports, TopSec, the Beijing-based organizer of Tianfu Cup, is directly linked to China's national cyber units. All of this points to one alarming reality. China is building cyber weapons under the disguise of a hacking competition. And when hackers are supported by national powers, their goal isn't to win prizes, it's to fight digital wars. In 2024, Chinese state-sponsored hackers breached the US Treasury Department and stole sensitive documents. That's so major, they hacked into at least 9 US telecom companies, including AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. In 2022, a group known as Volt Typhoon targeted US energy and water systems. And in 2023, a malware attack hit a US military base in Guam. Experts say these attacks aren't random. Chinese hackers often stay hidden inside systems for years, waiting silently until the right time to strike. All this proves one thing. China is preparing for a new kind of war, a cyber war. A war where code replaces missiles, where a network jam can do more damage than an airstrike, and where a single spyware app can be more dangerous than any secret agent. Just one click can crash a stock market or spread fear across a nation. Thank you for watching this episode of FearCast. Don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. We'll see you in the next story.